Hi there, Shekinah and I have really enjoyed answering your questions live through our Q&As in 2023. These were our most popular questions.
So at number 5, are minor spelling errors acceptable in listening part A? You should aim to be accurate in listening part A, even though there is a little more flexibility than reading part A and writing. Remember, in real life medical record keeping, accurate spelling is essential to anyone reading your records. Therefore, you should aim to spell correctly, especially words that are commonly used or are commonly known to the public, and use the checking time given for this purpose. In listening week, we found that candidates were losing marks unnecessarily for spelling in part A over common words like thirsty and scarring. So, paying attention to spelling in part A is important.
Question 4. Where do I find more materials to practice with? We're constantly adding new materials for candidates to our website, oet.com, to our YouTube channel @officialoet, and to the OET store. You can visit the Learn pages on our website to find useful materials such as guides to each part of the test and the writing and speaking assessment criteria. You can also download a free fillable study guide packed with useful tips to get you started. While it's important to use official OET practice tasks for reading and listening, real development in these skills will come when you read and listen outside of OET tasks. The complete guides contain some great suggestions for resources you can use to improve these subtests, and our reading and listening week playlists also have good suggestions and are available on our YouTube channel.
At number 3, has the test become more difficult? The simple answer is no. OET is a standardized test that is accepted by many important regulators around the world who are concerned about the English language ability of the healthcare professionals they employ to protect patient safety and provide excellent care. This means that each test has the same level of challenge, regardless of whether it's for nursing and medicine only, or all professions, or the first or second test in any month. This is why regulators can be confident that any candidate with the same result as another has the same level of English. For example, reading and listening have no fixed grade boundaries. Instead, the pass score is slightly adjusted for the individual challenge of the topics and questions used in that particular test.
Question 2. What's the difference between a referral, a transfer, and a discharge letter? For most OET professions, there are 3 types of letter you might be asked to write in your writing test, and these are referral, transfer, and discharge letters. A referral letter is typically written when you are writing to introduce your patient to a new healthcare professional for a specific reason. For example, investigation into a healthcare issue. A transfer letter is typically written when the patient is moving from one healthcare facility to another or to a new location. For example, when the patient is moving from a nursing home in one city to a nursing home in another city. A discharge letter is typically written when a patient is leaving a healthcare facility after a period of care. So, for example, a patient has been in hospital for an operation, is going home, and you are writing to inform the patient's regular doctor. As you can see, the context for these letters are quite different, but the skills that you need to write an effective letter are the same. Keep in mind a busy healthcare professional in their workplace and put them first when thinking about which information you choose to include and how you organize it.
And at number 1, how do I begin the speaking role play? There is no one way to begin the speaking role play. You need to pay close attention to the setting and background information to help you decide how you should begin. If the setting and background information suggests that you are meeting the patient for the first time, then you would begin by introducing yourself and your role in their care, as well as asking for their name. If the setting and background suggests that you have met the patient before or just examined them, then introductions aren't necessary. You can begin the role play with a greeting such as, "How have you been since I last saw you?" or by thanking the patient for letting you examine them before moving on to the next task. Imagine the role play situation in real life and approach the start of the conversation in the same way. Those were the top 5 questions of 2023. We look forward to answering more of your questions in 2024. We'll see you at another Q&A live very soon.